Queeze comes in two distinct fragrances, the sensual Pure Royale and the alluring Forbidden Kiss. Order Queeze today. Go to bequeeze.com and get your favorite fragrance today. That's BEQUEESE.com. Bequeeze.com. Churchview Supported Living would like you to tour their beautiful housing community ahead of the holidays. Studios and one-bedroom apartments, 24-hour care, medication reminders, laundry and housekeeping services, 3 restaurant-style meals daily, served in our exclusive dining room, daily activities, and much more. Churchview Supported
They
Living
couldn't
is
hear me
located
on
on
the radio,
26
so
West 3rd Street.
it sounded like my mic must not have been on.
No, it's on.
Somebody just texted said it sounded like you far in the distance.
So is she the new church lady?
Yeah.
Okay.
Churchview Supported Living is an equal
Everything was up and
housing.
on.
Tax season doesn't have to be stressful. At ELS Pro's Tax Office, we've been delivering professional, reliable service for over 20 years. Located conveniently in the Soul City corridor on Chicago Avenue, we're here to help you get the maximum refund you deserve. And if you're outside Chicago, no problem. We offer nationwide services to meet your needs wherever you are. Call ELS Pro's Tax Office today, 773-887-5488 to schedule your appointment for special pricing and an unmatched tax experience. That's
Okay, sorry.
773-887-5488. ELS Pro's Tax
Just the
Office.
name comes from both of them.
Experienced.
They both did.
Do you have dry skin, fine lines and wrinkles, or you just want to get your Do you need bag This black-owned, woman-owned vegan beauty line has all the ones your skin could ever need. Envelop your skin in
What just happened?
organic, botanically derived skin
Give me the microphone.
that is also talc-free.
What's up, Facebook?
Foundation is weighted and real bright skin. The lipstick and eyebrows are so pigmented, they come in a variety of gorgeous colors.
Oh, it don't work on this phone.
Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself and go to VGBstore.com. That's VGBstore.com. Our beauty. We don't just cover imperfections.
Just going to what's going on, not in the row, Zoe. No, I'm positive. Let's go.
What you doing when you get out of here?
I got a 115, a 230, and the devil is a liar. People text crazy stuff.
Inaccurate, unverified, or unfair.
Lucia say, "What's up, Facebook?" No, what's going on, Zoe?
Credit analysis and a game plan to start fixing your credit. Call 872.
Sneaker glam jam. Your boy texts every day.
He wanted to be here so bad. I told him, I said, Brandon, I'm gonna be downtown already. I can't come get you.
Right.
Please have that for
Where's the action, Jackson? I'll tell you what's going on.
So what's going on? A formal introduction really doesn't need to be had, but I'm going to do it anyway. We're honored to have the incredible, fine Deborah Vines, the CEO of the Answer Inc., returning to the show. The Answer Inc. is a nonprofit organization dedicated to supporting families in the greater Chicago area who have loved ones with autism and developmental disorders. From providing crucial resources and education to advocating for inclusion and hosting recreational programs, Deborah and her team are making a real impact in the community. Today, we will be sharing exciting updates on upcoming events as well as 2 key initiatives: the first responders training and special needs moms mentoring. And of course, a great event that's going on. So let's, for one more time, give a warm brunch and welcome to Deborah Vines.
Good afternoon, believers. Good afternoon. I'm so happy to be here back with the brunch again. I'm just again happy to be here. But the Answer Incorporated is diligently working hard in the community for the we're 18 years old this year. 18 years old.
18.
18 years old.
The answer is grown.
Yes, the answer has grown tremendously, and it's truly God's vision because I did not see myself doing anything like this. And a good friend of mine told me a long time ago that the answer was bigger than me. And I see it. I just see it because it's like God just keeps expanding the vision. And the vision comes from the need from the
Yeah.
community. And from the need, we get a vision. But we have some amazing things coming up. And the first thing is our pre-Valentine's Day sneaker ball this Saturday. At the and I'm gonna put every link within the Brunch Munch
Yes, please
website
do.
so that
Please
you can
do.
click on. But this is it. I think this is our 10th year doing this event. And last year we had over 200 and maybe plus participants. And this is not just the family members that have children with autism, but a lot of community members came out just so that they can meet our families and know how to integrate with our families in entertainment capacity, right? Because
Yeah.
when you're relaxed, that means that you can just be relaxed to be able to recept things. And so it's been a very successful event. And coming up next is our Autism Expo.
Now, before we
Okay.
go there, how can people come, join,
Yes.
tickets?
Yeah, well, the tickets are $15.
Okay.
You can actually pay at the door, but we do have an Eventbrite link that I'm going to put on the Brunch website as well. Or you can go to the Answer site, theanswering.org, or you can go to my personal page. It's on there as well.
Okay.
And you can click that link. I think we have about maybe 20 more seats left. And we don't want to go over capacity, but it's just a great event.
Yeah,
for
and
our
you're doing great work, and we want to make sure people who have not been to I almost said a brunch event,
families.
an answer event, that they understand it's a good time, how they can get tickets, and to come out because this could be the beginning of great networking
Yes.
and to start receiving services.
Absolutely. The parents that have children with special needs, we're peculiar people. And if we're not invited, we don't come. And I'm not saying me, I'm just saying we as a whole. And this is an opportunity for the community to not just meet our families, but to make them comfortable with being a part of the community. So we're going to have Rico Michael Jackson there. DJ Brandon
That's
Barker
adore. That's
is going to be
adore.
on the ones and twos. Every year we have DJ Brandon Barker as our DJ. And he's not just our resident DJ, but he's actually one of our students that turned his love for music into an entrepreneur business. So we're super proud of DJ Brandon Barker. So
And don't sleep on DJ Below, Brandon
well, that's
Barker.
DJ Brelo Brandon Barker.
Yeah, he is
I'm telling you.
an amazing. I booked him for a couple of birthday parties.
Yes, he is so passionate about his craft, and that's one of the things that the Answer Incorporated is really intentional on is encouraging our family, our students, and our families to make their children the best that they can be, and that's us as parents, right? We always want our children to be the best they can be, and just because your child has a special need or adult has a special need, you can enhance that special need.
Yeah.
You can enhance that ability that God has given them to the best of their ability, not
Yeah.
just the community's ability, the best of their ability.
Yeah, and then we'll be celebrating Sierra Williams' birthday. That's gonna be
Sierra
nice.
and Sierra celebrates her birthday every single year.
Wow, that's amazing. So you know what, believers, come out. It's going down this Saturday, February the 1st, from 5 to 9, and at the Sheet Metal Workers Local 73, which is a slept on event.
It's slept on. It's slept on. You know what? And I want to thank Diane for just opening. I'm sorry, Sheila. And the union for opening up their doors to the Answer Incorporated and the entire community.
Yeah.
Yeah, the entire community. They are just so open to having events and things there for the community, and they're very open. So
And the catering team.
yes, Miss Erlene,
Miss
Catering.
Simone's Catering.
Yes.
Her granddaughter worked for me this past summer.
Okay.
She's amazing. So get your tickets to the pre-Valentine's Day Jam. Now,
I teach one. I'm telling you, the whole community is just coming together in full circle.
that's what I love. I went there for an event. Miss Erlene
You ate that food.
ate that
But
food.
we have her at our gala every year. So that's the same food.
I didn't realize
That's the
that.
same food.
Well, it was good,
Yes.
and I wanted to meet the chef. I
Yes.
met the chef and her daughter and her granddaughter. Ended up hiring the granddaughter, and now we all family. But that's how we do it in our community,
I love it.
So now let's move forward because you keep them busy. I'm gonna tell you that much. You know how to.
But you know what we say, if you're not visible, you're invisible.
That's it, and that's why haters hate because they like how you get it all. Well, I
But let
always
me
do
tell
the
you
work.
something. It's the work.
Yeah.
It's not just having fun. We have a good time in what we do in serving the community. And that's why people don't look at it as work for us because we have such a good time and what God has blessed us to do. But I guess I will segue into the next
Yeah.
thing, and that's our walkathon. Our walkathon started because I took Jason to a horseback ride camp 15 years ago, and there was no African Americans there. And I wanted our kids and adults within our community to be able to have this experience. And so I wanted to figure out a way to raise money to do it. And so I can't remember who it was, but I believe it was Mayor Thompson that gave me this idea. And she said, let's just have a walkathon. And from the walkathon, we raised money to sponsor children and adults with autism to a horseback riding camp for an entire week. But if parents aren't secure within their kids being gone for a whole week, which I'm packing Jason's bag right now, he's going. And if you're not comfortable, we will accommodate you with any camp that you're secure in how in city.
Right.
Where you want your kid to go.
So they can go to your camp that you partner with,
Yes,
or
or
you'll
another
pay
camp.
for them to send them to another.
Yes, we partner and they have to pay half of their sponsorship. It depends on we have a cap on what we sponsor.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a cap, but we will help you get there. And we have helped a lot of families that have had challenges and things like that. So it's a conversation. We don't know if you don't tell us.
Now, what's funny, when I think of developmental disabilities, autism, of course, your name is the first name comes to mind, answering. And we've had a few people on the show, and they're promoting their organizations just starting out. And I always say, call Deborah. Deborah will give you the information. She's not a hoarder of resources. I'm like, but she is a great model, an example of how to really get the work done.
Thank you.
And you're doing it. And I always miss the walkathon because it's usually in May.
Yes,
I looked at
we
this.
decided to, because Autism Awareness Month is in April.
April.
So we decided to do the last Saturday in April. And we started that last year. And I tell you, Marcel, we had over 450 people to grace those doors. It was just so much fun.
So I usually miss it because it's my birthday.
I know.
Now you got it on MJ's birthday.
So we can bring MJ.
Right, we had to walk through.
We'll have a cake for MJ and everything. We will celebrate him. Just come through for a little while.
I think I'm over birthday party. I mean, he'll be through, but he got to wait a few years.
Look, the Spider-Man is going to be there. We have characters and everything, so he will have a good time. Face painting. We have a game truck, and shout out to all the vendors that have been with us for the last 17 years. They just keep coming back and supporting us. Don with the balloons and Jermaine with the game truck, and the Kidney Foundation, Jackie Bishop.
Oh yeah.
We have so many vendors that just keep coming back because of successes. And I'm going to say, the businesses that become vendors at our walkathon, they are so excited because they say, I make my money back in the first 15 minutes.
Wow. So let's talk about this. People listening may say, is it too late to be a vendor?
No, we actually just went live with our site. You can go to the Answer Inc. website, or you can go to my personal page and you can click on the vendors. And I think for businesses, it's like $75. Not for profit is $50. And if you're a state agency, it's free.
Wow. That's amazing. That's 450 plus people that you'll have access to share your business, market, brand. Now, we need support, right?
Yes.
And shout out to your co-chairs this year, Mr. Charles Anderson, Michelle Clark, Principal, and Lita Eden.
Yep. And Lita Buchanan. Yes. Lita Buchanan.
Co-chair. But we need teams.
Yes, we need teams. Our committee has grown from about maybe 10 to 15. But last year we had, I think, about maybe 40 teams. So we're asking you all to form a team or either be on the committee to help our foundation grow. Again, I think this will be our 16th year doing the walkathon, but we need people to grow it. And thank you shout out to my Sora Zeta Phi Beta, who came in and showed up and showed out. So they're going to be one of our partners as well again this year. And so many, ComEd, the Dream Center.
Yes.
I
like it.
It's just so many, win. Winona is always just so supportive of us. So many, and we just really just honor and so grateful for all of our supporters.
I love it. So we have this weekend, which we started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Okay.
And then we're gonna come back some.
Okay.
Because we jumped to April, but before April, let me make sure January, February, March. I'm gonna make sure I'm right. Okay. March is before April, but you got something else in March that's gonna help the community.
Yes, the entire community. So Kimmy Matsamura and the Chicago Autism Network and the Answer Incorporated partner. This will be our 4th year for Autism and Developmental Disabilities Resource Fair. The last few years we had it at Malcolm X College, but they were booked this year. So we are bringing it to the western suburbs of
All right.
MSA. And so far we have a lot of vendors. We have screenings. If you have the possibility that your child might be on the spectrum, we're going to have screeners there for you to be able to get your child screened that day.
Oh wow.
Yes, yes, and so many other. We have toilet training seminar as well.
And
So-
see, when you say that, sometimes we take it for granted, right?
Mhm.
And we're like toilet, because my mind went toilet training. And I'm like, but wait a minute. How many people in our families and communities need that training, and you trying to do it at home, but then you can't afford to get somebody to come in and do it.
Well,
And
sometimes you just don't know how to reach that pivotal point. Because a lot of our children and adults that live with disabilities, they aren't potty trained. I have some families whose children are 13 years old and they still aren't potty trained. So we're so excited about Carly Lapkin coming in doing the toilet training, and she is just phenomenal. She's done some training for us online as well. So you're going to have one-on-one, hands-on training from Carly Lepkin.
wow.
And we're going to have OT training as well from Janice Haywood, who is our in-house specialist for the Answer Incorporated occupational therapist. And so she's going to be doing occupational therapist screenings as well. So, it's not just and then we're going to have vendors.
And I'll say this: autism and developmental differences, right? Special needs is not just what we used to think it is.
It's not.
And sometimes you don't want people like, oh, I don't want to put that title on my kid.
Mhm.
But little Chucky is like Chucky because there's something else going on. You need to get the screen.
Yeah, little Chucky might have something and you notice it in that 2 years old. But guess what? If you jump on it right now, by the time little Chucky gets to be 3, you might just going through that challenge. But you have to face it, because by the time little Chucky gets 8 years old, the challenge is going to be worse. And that's what happens. And it's statistically known that in Black and brown communities that we are the last to get our children screened, because we just keep saying, oh, they'll get better. Oh, they'll be fine. Oh, it's just they're slow, or they were preemie, or they're this, or they're having challenges. No, when you see one thing that's a challenge, I'm not gonna say wrong, because there's nothing wrong with any of us.
Yeah.
There are challenges.
They just got a
And
challenge.
if you see a challenge, get it taken care of immediately, because early detection is what? The best detection.
But listen, MJ gets speech therapy.
Yes.
MJ get occupational therapy. And it's not like, oh, no, I want my baby. No, we want to make sure everything all right. And that he develops early versus waiting till he get to kindergarten. And now we like, well, we waited 5 years praying it was going to happen.
And I'm so glad that you were transparent about that, because that's what happens in our community, is the blame, shame, guilt. And we don't want to be transparent about things that happen with our children that they can't see well, that they bump into, that they're walking on their toes, that they screaming all the time, that, we don't want to pay attention to that stuff, that they just bad. No, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
Get it taken care of. And guess what? If it's a title that goes along with it, that title can be removed.
It can.
But you need that title to get the services that you need.
And the check sometimes. I'm
Come
just
on now.
telling
Tell truth to shame devil, because you need that check to pay for the service.
you. You got to. Right?
Let's just get that
So
part
be
right.
real. And I know she doesn't mind me sharing it.
Yeah.
When MJ was first born, I said, Valencia, as soon as they brought out, we got to have this surgery, that surgery, I'm like, Valencia, fill out this disability paper. Right? She was like, ain't nothing wrong with my baby. I was there, listen.
But you did right.
Say what you mean, think what you want. MJ is going through some medical challenges right now.
And you need all the help you
need
can
all
get.
the help we can
There you
get.
go.
And we don't want to wait too late. We want this stuff processing and rolling. And it's been a great benefit for some of the services that they do offer.
Yes.
That now I may have to pay a little, but it's better than me having to pay it all.
You can see the outcomes
Yeah.
of it. You can see the outcomes. But thank you for your transparency.
No, I'm like, MJ,
Teach one.
we gotta share, because I see it in the community all the time. You're like, I'm gonna put little Billy on the altar, and I'm like, I just want to let you know something wrong with little Billy.
You see, I share everything about Jason, the good, the bad, the ugly, because I tell you, being a parent of not just being a parent of a child with a special need, but just being a parent.
Yeah.
is challenging. But guess what? All of us have special needs. Some of us wear glasses. Some of us overweight. Some of us, all of us have
I was
special
meeting with a
needs.
millionaire. He said, "You know, I'm a little ADD."
Come on now.
I said, "Not a little, bro. I saw that when I first met you." But nevertheless, Deborah's here to educate, to empower, and to help you go to the next level. For those of you who are listening, and when we get back, of course, we got Brother Stacy Chauncey. But if you have time to stay around, I think Brother Stacy wants to converse with you too about some of the things and how the synergy kind of works together. So, but for
Yeah,
now,
but it's one more thing I want to share
uh huh.
of the first responder training.
Oh,
Yeah, the first responder training is so important. And oftentimes when people think about first responders, they think about fire, police departments, things like that. However, I just did a training with Jamila with Ladies of Virtue
yeah,
with her
LOD.
staff. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is our second year, and she has a lot of students that are on the spectrum. So she wanted her staff to know how to deal with them. So the answer is available for mentoring programs, fire departments, police departments, daycare centers. We did all the kinder care last year. So we want to make sure that everyone is trained because it's actually a law for first responders now to be trained for autism. It's a law. But we've been doing it for a long time already.
Yeah, we got to get you them
Well,
contracts in.
exactly. So, but at the same time, and thank you to Proviso Mental Health for providing us funding to provide training in the Proviso Township for our first responders. So, just wanted to share that as well.
Well, listen, Deborah is not like me. Deborah will give you her cell phone number.
Yes, I
And you
will.
can reach out to her and she gonna answer. Deborah, if they want to reach you, how can they reach you?
Yes, my number is and it is always on my hip, and I answer my phone. Thank you, Marcel. 708-296-5651. You know what? That's what I love about Marcel because he don't tell the whole truth.
I was telling you, I'm like, if Deborah gonna get her number out, I dread to that number out. But I know Deborah's number by heart because of that. But believers, listen, if you or someone you know has a family member that is affected, that's living with, I wrote, living with disabilities, autism, developmental,
Intellectual.
call Deborah 708 296
Now, call the answer.
Call the answer.
And 708-296-5651. I have to give a shout out to my team. I do not do this alone. I have a great team, Dana, Amanda, Maya, Akila, and my board of directors as well. I have to give them their kudos because I do not do this alone.
Well, listen, after you talk to the answer, you may have had a frown on your face. You may have been a little down because you didn't know how to navigate this space. But they're going to help you so good, you're going to be like Kirk Franklin. You're going to be walking around here talking about, I smile. This is the Brunch Bunch right here on 1390. All right, so up next is Stacy, and he wants you to stick around, and he's going to talk with you.
I always say.
Yeah,
we talked about it on the elevator.
Yeah,
that's one piece. So after we talk to these spots, we're gonna talk security first,
right?
On tie it because we already in this like just tie this into this.
Yeah.
And then I want to bring at 12:40. If we don't have enough time, we'll do it after. We're gonna bring the sauce in there. What I want to get to.
Wait, where you going to them donuts? I ain't been eating one either, but I said for Zoe's birthday, I will have me a donut.
Jake, you want donut? I just want half.
Say happy birthday to Zoe, everybody.
Happy birthday, Zoe!
Bring that chocolate long john, brother.
Well,
yeah, you ain't got that
French. You ain't got that French piece off of it.
I'm coming around, Stacey.
about the French foods.
I think Zoe got the French one in her.
I think they just mix it all. So.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So on the last part of the segment, I sent you a copy. I'm gonna pump up my girl's spot.
Welcome.
If you got folks at home doing hair in the house, on the couch, my girl had only license.
Zoe, you could fade this out, drop Stacy in. Well, Stacy, you ready? I know you got that donut.
No, let me tell you something. We can move this right on around.
We got we got commercial.
Invading your peace.
Don't let bugs, rodents, or creepy crawlies ruin your home or business.
Creepy crawlies.
Creepy
Be
crawlies.
trusted pest control experts.
That's
You
my
need a
client.
pest
That's my
person?
client right there.
Oh, them my good people over there.
That's my boy. Him and his wife.
Take control today and say goodbye to unwanted guests.
DJ Bilo said, I love you, Deborah Fines. Best auntie. Thank you
Deborah
so
Fine.
much. My fault.
I love
Deborah
Brad.
Fine, Deborah Fine. Gotta say it twice.
Jeremiah Frazier said, hey, Deborah Fines.
that?
Jeremiah Frazier.
Oh, Jeremiah, my frat.
Beautiful housing community and have the holidays with
Hey, Jeremiah. Hey, B-Lo. Hey, Fred.
medication reminders, laundry and housekeeping services.
Say the Phi Beta. Sigma in the building.
Dining room.
Marcel, you got the number. You got my number written down, right?
Church View Supported Living is located
So,
66 Third Street. Schedule your tour today. Call 773
yep, no number yet.
773-471-4447.
Okay, give me the glass.
To see you.
They all broke.
773-471-4447.
I gotta find where I got them from. I want another pair.
I like these. What y'all think?
Season doesn't have to be.
Yeah, you can rock them.
ELS Pros Tax.
Yeah, you can rock anything.
I said, let me have these glasses.
Gone. You can have them.
He said I can have
Let me
them.
take a
Y'all
picture
heard
of them.
me.
I'm gonna see if Google works for real and can tell me where I can get them from.
And if you're outside Chicago,
Is it?
no problem.
Ain't no name on here. No, just
You can have them.
I was like, that's why he gave them to me because ain't no name on here. But they cute though.
I stopped buying designer glasses
'Cause
because I
I
always
lose 'em.
lose them or break them because I put them in my pocket. They break up.
Let me tell you, I had a pair of Gucci glasses. I was holding on to them like it was a baby of mine. And ended up still losing. I'm like,
I see your earring just because last time we was together, you lost one of them.
well,
You
you
got
know what? My son blessed me.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what? My son blessed me with some boys.
Like I see you, I pay attention.
You remember, didn't you? Because I had lost
You
one.
lost one. I said, Deborah, where your earring? You was like, nah, my Gucci earring.
And they were actually a gift. So I get mad when I lose gifts.
214-371-8766.
What's this mean?
You know, 12:40. So we're gonna bring her right in.
Follow
Marcel.
on Facebook.
She's gonna be online at 12:40. So I come in. We'll bring her
Okay, we can tie it back in. I got you. I'll help.
and then we'll tie back in after we get her.
Taylor Entrepreneurs, it's your girl, Attorney India
Okay.
Rios, your
That's what she
one-stop
calls it.
shop for trademark services. Whether you're launching a new business or saying
Entrepreneurs, listen, if you need a business attorney, India Rios is amazing. And we don't realize when we really need a business attorney.
And so something go wrong.
And sometimes we don't know when we should be calling our business attorney. Because I was doing something and I said, you know what?
Let me call my son.
Let me call India. And I said, India, she said, I got it. And I didn't have to call back no more.
Oh man. Okay, well I need to call in.
I said, thank you.
Yeah, I need to
Because it's these little stuff you don't know.
let's go.
Good afternoon, believers. Happy Wednesday. It's Freestyle Wednesday today. We're gonna talk about a number of things today. What's up, Marcel?
What
How
up,
you doing?
Stacy Chauncey?
How's everybody doing today?
Yeah, good.
It's always a blessing to be here in the studio with you guys. I have some great information. At some point today, we'll have Miss Betty Clausen calling in today, where we talk about some of the history on the soft side from a business perspective.
Mhm.
And so she is the director over Dudley Beauty School.
Oh, Dudley, okay.
Right.
Where
So
is that at?
Oh, she's online? Oh,
Well,
wonderful,
I don't know
wonderful.
if you know, but I'm a former stylist and barber. So I'm looking forward to this conversation.
Now you know. So can you click Miss Clausen in?
Yeah, Miss Clausen, welcome to the Brunch Bunch.
Welcome. Thank you so much, y'all. You got me right on time.
So before we jump into this,
Talking about me. I said, oh my goodness, they're talking about me.
so before Stacy jumps into this great interview, just let us know, for those of us who don't know, where is Dudley Beauty School?
We are located one block west of Halstead. It's 8501 South Green Street, one block west of Halstead, on the south side of Chicago.
Oh, you said that just real happy.
Yeah, I won't
West side.
hold that against you. I won't hold that against you.
and you know, Miss Clausen is really such a jewel. And so just a little bit about her from my perspective. Betty Clausen is a luminary in the beauty industry, right? She significantly shaped the careers of many professionals in the Chicagoland area. Born in High Point, North Carolina, she began her journey when she attended a Dudley meeting led by Dr. Joe L. Dudley Sr., and he inspired her so much that she quickly became a driving force in the recruiting, training of salespeople, leading the establishment of the Charlotte, North Carolina branch. Her success in Charlotte paved the way for her further leadership opportunities, including significant achievements in Chicago, Illinois, Memphis, Tennessee, where her team achieved unprecedented 1 million in sales within a single year. And now she's based in Chicago for over 31 years. Ms. Betty continues to lead Dudley Beauty College with the same passion and commitment that have defined her career. Under her direction, the college has educated and empowered over 80,000 students, cementing its status as a leading institution in the beauty education. Guys, let's give a warm welcome to
Woo!
Betty.
Welcome, Miss Clausen.
She's done a lot, and so imagine.
Yeah, I'm so excited about being here. Thank you so much for having me.
And we definitely want to open the floor for some questions that you have. But I wanted to bring Ms. Clausen on because a lot of times we look for history when history is in our backyard. And she has been such a tremendous blessing. Ms. Clausen, can you tell the believers on here? So you're young, 82 years of age, and why haven't you retired as of yet?
You know why? Because there's so many young people that I want to share my history, my lessons that I've learned. I came to Chicago years ago. I'm talking almost 50 years ago, and I met a gentleman by the name of Mr. S.B. Fuller. Some people know nothing about Fuller products, but Mr. Fuller was
Mr.
one of
Fuller.
the first. Yeah, one of the
I sold
first
Fuller.
black millionaires. He not only had African Americans selling, but he also had a company called Drew Nadal.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to sit in Mr. Fuller's meetings, and I would think, oh my goodness, I'm so grateful to be able to learn from this gentleman.
Wow.
So why don't I retire now? Because I want to.
Oh, that's wonderful. And
Mr. Fuller shared to me.
Okay,
Shared with me.
that's wonderful. Ms. Clausen, let me ask you, what are some of the classes that your students have the ability to learn and take there at Dudley?
Thank you so much for asking. First of all, we not only teach them, we get them licensed in nail care, nail technology. We get them licensed in skincare. That's aesthetic. We get them licensed as braiders. You know, you can get a license in the state of Illinois as a braider. We get them licensed as barbers. We get them licensed as cosmetologists. We even get them certified as trichologists. One of the other things that I post about, we also teach educators to teach all of those subjects.
That's amazing, Miss Clausen. Well, you're doing some amazing things in the city, and I know you sound as good as you look because you sound like a 35-year-old.
I know, right?
I said, go ahead, Miss Clausen. I may got a brother for you. So, Miss Clausen.
Check him out.
Uncle.
I got a 83-year-old that look 50. But listen, though.
Leave my man alone.
You know about oldest.
Leave my friend alone.
I had to say oldest out south. But no, Elizabeth Clausen. There are a lot of people that listen to us because we educate the believers on economic empowerment, wellness, and entrepreneurship. And sometimes everybody's opening businesses or starting an LLC, and I get it. But the real thing behind entrepreneurship is not easy, right? And you've been sustaining this business for long. Let's talk about that. How did you make it, and what are some of the lessons that you've learned?
One of the main lessons that I've learned over the years is that you're going to have highs and you're going to have lows. Now, when you are down, don't give up. Just think about, I will rise again. Never, ever when you're low, you don't make decisions. All you know is I gotta rise, I've got to do some things in order to get high again. And you've never been high. Just focus on being high. Think about what it feels like. Think about, going to a fine restaurant and just look around if you can't afford the meal.
Mm.
The thing is, expect success from morning to night, and you'll get it.
I love it.
That's a great answer. Ms. Clark, let me ask you a question. So there seems to be a phenomenon in your industry that a lot of salon owners now are doing the salon suites. And what is your take on that? What's your thoughts about that?
I'll tell you about sweets. I think the sweets are really good if you just want to be alone and you don't want to learn from anyone else.
That, you know what?
That's you. Oh my God.
Yeah, and that's a great if you want to piggyback on that because that is very, very important from that vantage point, from a mentorship
It
perspective.
is.
So on and so.
You know what? And I have to speak. I have to speak on that as it relates to being a former. This is Deborah Van, CEO of the Answer Incorporated, and I was a hairstylist and barber for 15 years. And I remember when I first started, I was in the shop by myself, and my best friend told me. She said that they brought in another stylist, and I was very intimidated. And she said, "You're going to learn from her. You're gonna learn from her." So, and when you said that, it just like hit me in my stomach. And why I have the mic, I wanted to ask you. Do you all have and I know you have training for your staff, for your teachers, but with the numbers of disabilities growing so fast, do you have any curriculum in your training as it relates to how to interact with a special needs individual? Because I would love to come and do that training for you.
Absolutely, but you know what? We do have it in our curriculum, but we always welcome someone that can tell them exactly how I felt when I was mistreated.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, I will definitely be reaching out.
That's great. Ms. Clausen, can you tell the believers exactly how to reach you if they're interested in possibly, attending your school?
I'm gonna give you three numbers. And the first number I'm going to give you is always busy, but call it and we'll take a number. That's 773 488 5900. That's the main number to the school. But you'll be put on hold. Don't give up. Then you can call this number. This number is 773 255 2977. Most people will say, "You give out your personal number?" I said, "Yes, it is." Because this is my life. So that's my personal number. The school also have a cell phone number that's 708 475 1481. Those three numbers, you should be able to get us if you want to go to school, if you have a child that want to go to school or a family member that want to go to school, call us. Let us help. Let us help the people in Chicago and around the community to become job makers rather than job takers.
Amen.
I love it. Miss Clausen, believers, you want to connect with Dudley Beauty School, give a call 773-488-5900. That's 773-488-5900. Or you can text or call the school cell phone number at 708-475-1481. 708-475-1481. Miss Clausen, we love to have you in person one day. Thank you for joining us on the Brunch Bunch.
Yes.
I tell you, there's nothing like the lunch bunch. Thank you so much.
Oh, we love you. We love
Thank
you.
you so much.
Well, listen, that was Miss Clausen, the founder and owner of Dudley Beauty School on the great south side of Chicago. So if you or someone is interested, make sure you connect with them. But listen, Stacy brings some great guests, and we get back, we're gonna talk a little bit more to Stacy. We're gonna be live right here on the Brunch Bunch. Is that live or live? I'm sure it's live.
Live, a laugh. It's the same word.
Right. Yes. Miss Clausen,
Well, thank you
Yes.
guys for tuning
thank you so much for joining us. That was a great interview.
Oh my
Thank you
goodness.
guys for
Thank
tuning in.
you. Thank
Stacy.
you.
Miss Clausen,
Thank you.
we will get you on more frequently, and we want to come out there and support your school and just help you continue to stay relevant in the community.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right, bye bye.
All right. Now I got to turn on and listen to the rest of the show.
Yes, yes.
All right, bye bye.
NAACP Awards.
And Ella, go ahead. I gotta be your plus one. You need security. Need somebody carry your bag.
Kim gonna with me.
Him. Oh, okay.
So-
That's my
so-
girl.
So before we go into that part, so we're talking about the beauty piece, we're gonna stay in that lane. Back up, my wife is looking for 3 individuals, so I need you to.
Your wife looking for who?
She got 3 booths she's looking to rent. On her
Oh.
salon. All right. If you're on the couch,
Where's her salon at?
I'll take you a picture of it. Okay. 3641 half West
Justin, when
83rd.
we got a call
place.
on the phone, you gotta take a break, breathe, and make sure Stacy, since that was his guest, know that she's talking. Because although you cut her down, she's still live on the air. So now we got people talking over people to the 15,000 on air listen.
Believers, welcome back. That was a great segment with Dr. Betty Clausen. And staying in that same lane, my wife, Cheryl Chauncey.
Come on,
right?
wife. Go ahead,
Absolutely.
wife. Yeah.
That's right.
Who owns Hair by Twinkie, located 3641 and a half West 83rd Place, happens to be actually looking for some braiders, some hairstylists, some makeup artists. Christian salon, doing great things, very professional, have some booth for rent. So if you have a young person that's licensed in school, laying on your couch, doing hair in your house, need a change of pace, and they want a great environment where they can have some mentorship and learn before they actually go do their own thing, this is a great opportunity for them.
Hair by Twinkie.
Hair by
I love
Twinkie.
now these private suites or just the booth.
Not a suites, booth rental.
Good, good.
Right.
Because I like what Miss Clausen said. And I'm a proponent of the suites, right? You know, but
I love the sweets too, but I get both sides.
I get both
It
sides.
depends on the individual.
Yeah, if you want to be by yourself, like she said,
Yeah.
but being in the room and networking and learning and saying, hey, you
And
know,
they-
how did you do that?
Oftentimes, you know, with the different styles that they have out now, you know, with the women getting weaves, and a lot of women they have bald spots, and so they want the privacy and things like that. So I get the sweets, and you know, sometimes a woman or a male just want to just be in the suite by themselves. I get that, but how can you learn?
I like it. And network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just want to let you know, if you are looking for a salon and you want a Christian salon, this is a place that you want to be at. It's a beautiful salon located at 3641 and a half West 83rd Place, Chicago, Illinois. Her phone number is 773-368-7471, 773-368-7471, Hair by Twinkie. So take a look at it, guys, and that's what's up. So we were talking about the autism, so on and so forth. Mr. Vine, we absolutely do have some services for individuals that have autism and disability. When you think about that, sometimes you have visual or sensory conditions, and we have security systems that allow an individual to have adjustable alarm volumes to prevent sensory overload for individuals. Visual alarm indicators using colored lights instead of loud sounds, even customizable alerts that can be used for preferred sounds with gentle chimes to alert you that something's going on.
So, you know, I'm glad that you said this. So I would love to have you at one of our parent meetings so you can talk about all the security systems that you have and as it relates to sensory, because, you know, oftentimes, like say, for instance, a smoke alarm, their sound is just so profound.
Yes.
That it's just going to make the kid go into more of a challenge, right? But if you have like the sensory, I would love to talk more to you about that and for you to be able to talk to our parents and see if they can get that installed. I'll be the first customer.
And that makes sense. But even with that, with the smart home integration, that can gradually change lighting to indicated alerts from that vantage point. So the magnetic door sensors, all of that, they can be customizable based on that particular situation.
And then this one isn't just for like people with developmental disabilities. I think that you can even segue to Alzheimer's with the door sensors and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we'd be so we're so challenged by our loved ones eloping.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great point. And I love that correlation.
Mhm.
And even, sometimes you think special needs, it may not, the spectrum is large, right? There are some independent individuals, some codependent, and there's some that just need, they're full dependent on you, right?
Right.
But for those of you who are not, you could have great camera set up. So if you need to run outside or to the store,
Right.
and Jason know what he can do,
Right.
you can watch him,
Right.
but
And
not.
she can talk through the cameras to Jason as well,
Yeah.
because that's two-way voice on it as well.
Okay.
Yep. So if
Let's
you're
do it.
listening and you're like, I need this, I want to figure out how to get my house
Tell you,
set
the
up.
Brunch must have all the resources.
Yep. But all you got to do is call 866-447-3344. That's 866-447-3344. Call Stacy. Ask him how you can do like Deborah and be the first customer to get these sensory lights set up. Because you don't think about that. That noise is irritating to us.
Right.
But when you have a sensitivity to that type of sound, that's serious, man.
Yes.
That's amazing, Stacey.
One individual shared with me that when he's in sensory overload, it's like needles sticking in his skin.
Mm.
Yeah. So he's one that can articulate his feelings. A lot of our children and adults that have developmental and intellectual disabilities, they can't articulate how they feel, what makes them feel how they feel. So just to be able to get that was
It makes sense. And so even when you incorporate that with the emergency response features, you're talking about the ability to have one-touch emergency buttons placed at accessible heights, direct connection to medical alert services, pre-recorded messages for emergency services explaining special needs, which is important.
Oh my goodness.
That's
When
important.
you run into a situation.
Well, listen, believers, call 866-447-3344. Unfortunately, we're out of time. But if you want to learn more, all you got to do is call Brother Stacy. That's 866-447-3344. We want to thank Miss Clausen over at Dudley Beauty School for joining us. We want to thank Fine Deborah Bynes for joining us. And just Stacy. No, I don't. Brother Stacy Johnson, our security expert.
Did he say Stacey Johnson?
Just Stacy.
Say Stacy Johnson. Listen, we out of time, but we'll see you tomorrow, believe it. We had too much fun right here on the Brunch Lunch.
Yep.
That was fun.
That was.
Every time I leave here, my phone be ringing off the hook.
Yes.
On the way home.
And that's a good thing because people are listening.
Yes.
And we'll see you Facebook tomorrow. We're running out of here.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Anytime.